New York Post reports Nicole Walls and Rachel Maddow blasted for politicizing Trump's honor of a 13-year-old cancer survivor, DJ Daniel, sick and twisted. So let's pull up the Rachel Maddow quote. Maddow bizarrely accused Trump of being disgusting for spotlighting DJ's heroic battle with the disease, for which the youngster had initially been warned would kill him in months. Quote, for the record, and this is disgusting, the president made a spectacle out of praising a young man who has thus far survived pediatric cancer, as if the president had something to do with that. Yo, kid was getting bullied because he wanted to be a cop. He had survived cancer. He wanted to be a cop. He still suffers issues from the numerous surgeries. He was giving interviews about this. And Rachel Maddow called Trump disgusting for honoring a child who survived brain cancer because he was getting bullied. These people are evil, man. They are zealous, cultist evil. This is insane. Have they no remorse? They only care about saying things that pander to their hive of scum and villainy.
I remember I saw that live too, because I wanted to see the liberal side of that. And when I watched it live, I couldn't believe it. I was like, how can you not be behind this? And what did you call it for the Republicans? It was bread from heaven?
Well, Frank Luntz called it manna from heaven for Republicans.
It was such a bad look.
But it's funny because that's like why moments like that are curated parts of a speech.
Yeah.
So that you can anticipate their reaction. And they gave Trump exactly what he wanted.
Yeah, but so
they're playing into his hand.
I somewhat agree because Trump knows the Democrats well. That's true.
He said, even if I came up with the cure for cancer, you wouldn't cheer and clap for me.
Yep. And Trump knows, and we all know them, but he didn't force him to do it. This could have been a layup for Democrats.
Right.
Yeah.
Democrats could have been magnanimous. They could have stood up and cheered for the child, and then afterwards said that they could have been reasonable, moderate on any of these issues. They could have said balancing the budget, of course, is a good thing. The insane thing is that when Donald Trump says this young child survived brain cancer, what a strong little man, and the Democrats just sit there stone-faced. It's like, dude, you are robots.
I think the one point at which they actually clapped was in order to cut Trump off mid-sentence when he said something about funding Ukraine. They were like, yes, yes, we did. Yes, we did send them billions of dollars so that he wouldn't have a chance to finish the sentence.
I do.
Smarmy. And then the rest of the time they're staring at their phones, pretending to fall asleep and holding up stupid signs like they never grew past like student council. That's like, it's student council teacher's pet energy.
To be fair, some of them also stormed out in protest, and we only found out because they told us.
Yeah. I mean, this kind of falls in line with the thing that we've talked about before, which is if the Democrats would have been complimentary to Donald Trump in 2016 when he first got in, they could have had anything they wanted. He is a deal maker. He would have done all kinds of things. I personally think that Donald Trump is more concerned with the way people treat him and with people liking him. So I think that he would have been significantly more inclined to do whatever they wanted if they'd have treated him nice, if they'd have, kissed his butt a little bit, treated him like the president. They'd have got whatever they want. But the thing is, they can't do that because they have it in their imagination. And I think this is because once Barack Obama was elected, the Democrats kind of felt like they reached an end of history point. Well, now from here on out, it's going to be Democrats forever. The Republicans are going to be a marginalized party that'll be, a small opposition. They'll be a regional party. They're not going to actually ever get into positions of authority again. That obviously proved to be not true. And so they freaked out because the left freaks out whenever they lose any institution, any amount of political power. They drop the ball and they can't do anything other than just be against whatever Donald Trump says.
Yeah, and Donald Trump has said he wants to reach out his hand and bring the other aisle in, and they keep slapping his hand down and saying no. And it's unbelievable. But watching Rachel Maddow in this situation too, when this was live, Rachel Maddow was fuming with anger about the speech, saying there were so many fact-check mistakes that she could not list them all in one show.
Which means
isn't that convenient? There are so many fact-check mistakes. I just can't even address any of them. That's real convenient. Now, look, I mean, whatever they have, whatever these people have is incurable. And And they truly are of a reprobate mind, because I think they have a spiritual problem. They have a spiritual bankruptcy among them. It's not something to do with their party affiliation. There are plenty of Democrats who would never act that way.
I completely agree. I was having a conversation about this earlier, and we talked a little bit about it before the show. But I think that this is not of all atheists or agnostics or whatever, but I think when an individual lives only in their own existence, when they don't care about others around them and how others feel, and when they don't care about, there's a couple ways you can phrase this, either God's will or the structure of the universe and our place in it is one way to phrase it for those that are secular. These people live entirely in the self-gratification universe. The only thing that matters is they get what they want. They get self-gratification. They get to party, wake up at 6 a.m. I'll keep it family friendly, but everyone knows what Chelsea Handler said. And I think the reason why you see right now in the culture war, largely Christians, are on the right advocating for things that I would describe it as this. Liberals advocate for a lifestyle that is destructive to the ends of civilization. And currently the right as a whole, largely Christian, is advocating for things that are protective and expansive to creation. And I think the component is, the question you ask yourself is, do you consider, when you take actions, your place in the world and what the world is and does? For Christians, the question is actually much more simple. Are you adhering to God's will? I think liberals are absent of that largely.
Yeah, well, because the core idea of Christianity and Catholicism is taking yourself off the throne of life and putting God there. And that changes how you organize your entire life. Self is not the top priority, whereas when you see the liberals, that is their top priority for the most part.
Thanks for checking out this clip from Timcast IRL. Make sure to watch the show live Monday through Friday at 8 p.m. Subscribe to this channel, and we will see you all there.